Hi guys, welcome back to Beautiful Truth. It's been a long time since I have done a favourites video. But now that I have a full face of makeup on, I decided I'd get stuck in and tell you about some of my most recent favourites. I've been using a lot of new products lately because I've really tried to branch out of my comfort zone and stop using the same things that I love and like I know will work for me. So in the last few weeks I've made a conscious effort to pick up something new, if not one or two things new every day when I'm doing my makeup. So I might as well just start and show you exactly what I've been loving. So I'm going to start with skincare first, and the first thing I have is the Pixi with Caroline Hirons Double Cleanse. I have really been enjoying this. Now those of you that have been reading my blog will know that I adore the Pestle and Mortar Double Cleanse, but it's €74 or €76. It's expensive anyway. So I needed to find an alternative. And while this isn't as good as the Pestle and Mortar Double Cleanse, I still really like it. I hate the feeling when I'm doing my face of oil on my face. I know lots of people like oils on their skin, but I really don't like it. So what I like about this is the first is kind of like a balm, and while it is a little bit oily, it doesn't feel like you're lashing a load of oil onto your face. It also takes your makeup off really quick. So you take like a coin size, a small, like I'd nearly say like a 5-cent coin size of the first product, and you massage it into your face and it will take off all your makeup. I then use my damp cleanse off mitt by the Skin Nerd and I wipe away the makeup, and it will take all your makeup off. And in fact you will probably feel that your skin is thoroughly cleansed at that point. But the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go in with the cream part and you're going to massage a coin size amount into your skin. And again, once you've done that, you're going to take it off with your cleanse off mitt. Now, why do you double cleanse? Well, basically the first cleanse is going to take off all the makeup and your face is clean. But the second part is going to clean your actual skin so that your skin is really clean going to bed. Because then when you put the next products I'm going to talk about onto your skin, they really are going to work better because they don't have to penetrate through any dirt. So that is the Pixi with Caroline Hirons Double Cleanse. I've lost the lid of the next product, which is no surprise because I lose the lids to everything. And then you have a pile of lids, but you don't know what they go with. Anyway, so the next product I have is the Biotrade Cosmeceuticals Hydra Mask. And how I use this is basically when I go to bed, I alternate this. This goes on one night and my Alpha H Liquid Gold goes on the next night. But how I use this is I literally pump it into my hand, apply it all over my face. And what I find the next morning with this is your skin feels lovely and hydrated, it's plumped out a little bit, and it's helping with the reduction of my lines on my forehead. Now I'm not talking about fine lines because your fine lines or your wrinkles are different, but this is going to help with your dehydration lines. And while it is for dry and damaged skin, I find with my skin, which is pretty normal, sometimes a bit oily, sometimes on the dry side, it can't hurt putting this on because it's just giving that boost of moisture when I'm going to bed at night. But yeah, that is the Biotrade Hydra Mask. Alright, so a few makeup products next, because as I said, I have been trying quite a few products this month. I'm going to start with base first, and the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Pore-Professionals Primer. And yes, I know this thing is as old as Methuselah, but I am sometimes a bit slow to jump on the bandwagon. I think when there's a bit of hype around a product, I tend to steer clear. I sometimes, dare I say, don't trust blogger hype. When a lot of people are loving something, I don't know, something, just a little alarm bell goes off my head, which is totally unjustified 99% of the time. Anyway, the Benefit Pore-Professional Primer. This is a pore minimizing primer, and it genuinely does do that. So with a primer, what a primer is going to do is it's going to create a smoother, more even canvas for which your foundation goes onto. I don't have massively big pores, but since having the baby I found I have a good few pores around here, and what is happening is my foundation is nearly sitting into them, and you can see the foundation sitting into them. So by applying this down the T-zone and across here, it's basically filling in the pores so that when my foundation goes onto it, it's just smoothing over it and you don't see the foundation sit in the pores. It genuinely works. Now the only thing I don't like about this is it's scented. I'm a bit funny about scented things on my skin, but I have been loving this. People say the Maybelline Baby Skin is very similar to this. I'm going to buy that and I'm going to check it out, and it might make an interesting blog post, but I really have been loving this, and if you suffer with pores, it might be something that's worth trying. So my next product is one I've actually been using for an age, and I don't know why I haven't mentioned it before, but it's the Isadora cover up foundation. And the reason I like this is, first off, it goes on really easy. It has a really silky texture to it, so when you're applying it, it doesn't take an awful lot of effort to get it buffed into the skin. But second off, I love the finish. I feel that the finish nearly looks like silk on your skin. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I do need to wear a primer with this, as it will wear off a little bit around my mouth, but then there's very few foundations that won't wear off around my mouth, so I don't really judge a foundation on that. I usually just have my foundation brush in my bag and I just like top it up as the day goes on. But it doesn't feel heavy on the skin, which at this time of the year is something like that's important to me, because it's warm outside and I don't want to feel that like I have a mask of foundation on. But yeah, I've been loving this, and I am wearing the shade 62 Nude Cover. My next product is also a foundation, and it is one that I have mentioned before, but I haven't mentioned in ages, and I've gone back to it and I've fallen in love with it all over again, and it is the Makeup Forever HD Stick Foundation. I love this. Now, I don't wear this as a foundation on its own. You can do, but I prefer to wear this in a different way. So when I want a little bit more cover with any of my foundations, or I want it to look that little bit more flawless, I apply this here, down the nose, up in kind of fan-like on my forehead, and down the chin, and then I buff it in. I buff it in with a stippling brush. I use the Nema Jane brush, as I find when you buff it in with a stippling brush, it just gives that little bit more even coverage, and it's much quicker to buff in than with a much denser brush. You can wear this on its own as a foundation, but just personally, I like to wear it just to give that little bit more coverage. I wear the shade 125 in this, but I'm going to be honest, I'm about 25 different shades in Makeup Forever. The HD foundation from Makeup Forever has to be the hardest foundation to get an exact match for your skin. I have 125, I have 127, and I think I have 123 as well. Not all in this, I've only got this one. I find though that the 125 is a pretty good match for the MAC NC25. I just don't know why all foundations don't work off the MAC spectrum. It is the easiest one to take a match to. The next product I have told you about again and again and again, but I have to include it because every time I use it I'm just like, oh, I love this. And it is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This actually seems to be a bit of a Marmite concealer, but personally I love it. I find it's really creamy. I find it blends underneath the eye really easily. I don't find that it sits in my fine lines all that much. The reason I say all that much is I have fine lines, stuff is going to sit there. I have to powder underneath my eyes. But I just find with this one that it sits particularly well. I am wearing the shade Fair. I have been wearing this one for a while. It is a little bit on the light side. I would say it needs to go up a shade, but honest to God, if you're on the lookout for a good concealer that covers dark circles, I should have said that, this really covers your dark circles. The Too Faced Born This Way concealer is fantastic. Okay, highlighter next, and I'm not sure if I've mentioned this one before, but this is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey, and it's what I have on me today. I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick it up, but this is an insanely beautiful highlighter. You can get Laura Geller in Debenhams, but it's more expensive in Debenhams. I think I paid €32 for this. If you go onto Beauty Bay, you will get it an awful lot cheaper. I will leave a link down below. But this is such a gorgeous highlighter. It is a goldy highlighter, but it is pretty universal for skin tones. Sometimes there are just highlighters that work with lots and lots of different skin tones. I like how it blends in. It doesn't look powdery on the skin. You don't look like you have chunks of glitter. Instead, you just look like you have a bit of a glow. This is probably one of my most used highlighters at the moment. I have 3 on the go. I have this one, the Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion in the shade Gold, another absolute beauty, and of course my beloved Champagne Pop. But this has just been the one I've been reaching for most, and that's why I included it in this month's favourites. I've actually got 2 more Pixi products. This is not sponsored by Pixi, there just happened to be a big press drop and I really liked the stuff that was in it. But the next stuff is the Pixi Eye Define Waterline Eyeliner. This is an incredible black liner, and I'm sure people are like, a black liner is a black liner. No, it's not. What I like about this is this does not budge from your waterline. It's quite neat when it goes in, so it's not going to smudge underneath your eyes, and it really makes my eyes pop. I like that it doesn't smudge down under my eyes as the day progresses. It literally just stays there. I can't sing high enough praises for this. I've only been using it a short while this month, but I swear to God, I will use this right down till it's a nub. Pixi is hard to get, but you can get it in Marks and Spencer's, and Cloud 10 Beauty do it too. Talking about Pixi, I might as well talk about the other item. Again, I've only started using this recently towards the latter part of the month, but I have thoroughly been loving it. Again, it's what's on my eyes today, but it's the Pixi with Duty Time palette. When I posted this on my Instagram, people said, oh, the Christmas palette wasn't great, the colour payoff was poor. And when I swatched this, I didn't hold out much hope for it. But these colours are incredibly beautiful to work with. They've got great colour payoff, they blend beautifully, they just complement each other so well. Now, I will say that the mattes perform a lot better than the shimmers. I find that the shimmers, while they are gorgeous and they swatch well, they don't blend as well as the mattes. But you have to bear in mind, I'm just not really a shimmer fan. I love an all matte eye. I absolutely love it. This is well worth picking up. As far as palettes go, it's not overly expensive. It's about €34 and there's 12 shades in the palette. One more palette to tell you about, because this has probably been my most used palette. Actually, a lie. This is 100% been my most used palette this month, and it is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. I absolutely adore this palette. I've had it, I think, for about a year now, and I haven't spoken about it all that much because for a good while, I'm talking about a good 9 months, it was near on impossible to get anywhere in the world. But they finally made enough of them. This is a beautiful, beautiful warm tone palette that is perfect for this time of the year. These are the type of colours that would work well with most eye shades, but my blue eyes really pop with this. I cannot tell you how good the quality of these shadows are. Too Faced shadows can be hit and miss in quality wise, but with this they are an absolute hit, and the smell of the palette is divine. I am about to hit pan, I'd say, on 1 or 2 of them. I genuinely use it that much. It is a really rounded palette too, because it has enough shades that to create loads of different looks. I love that it has a few different base colours. I think some palettes, the Pixi palette is one of them, but I think some palettes lack a good base colour, but it can bring you right up to a nighttime smoky eye. I cannot recommend this palette enough. It is definitely well worth having in your collection. This one and the Blank Canvas Master Series 1 palette are probably my 2 most used palettes ever. But you can pick this up. You can pick it up in Debenhams, you can get it online. Thanks be to good God, Too Faced is now more readily available in Ireland. If only we could get Tarte. So I have a blusher next, and it is the Note Cosmetics Terracotta blusher in the shade 03 Oriental Pink. This is an absolutely beautiful blusher. It's what I'm wearing today. It is a blusher that's going to give you that little pop of colour, but it's also going to give you that gorgeous glow. It is so subtle. It reminds me somewhat of MAC Margin, so it's a really good, it would actually be a really good bridal blusher. It wears really well. I think it retails about €8.50, so it's not going to break the bank, and I 100% am going to pick up some more shades of their terracotta blushes. The quality of them is just unreal. They just blend out onto your cheeks so well. I use the Nema Aoife brush to apply it, so I just apply a little bit to my cheek and then I pop it back. I absolutely love this. I also love this brush. I really have been loving this month, and I genuinely, hand on heart, can't recommend it enough. And then my final product is actually a lip liner, and it's a lip liner that I used to own and I lost and had to repurchase, and I hate those type of things because it wasn't even worn down, I just lost it, and I hate having to buy something that I lost. Anyway, it was well worth it because it is MAC Soar. This is a really fantastic lip liner. I love this. I've been wearing this quite an awful lot with Charlotte Tilbury, what's the one that she has? Oh my god, cannot think of the name of it. It is the one that everybody has been going on about, but I've been wearing it quite a lot with that. Again, that lipstick will be in here, but I can't find it. Soar is one of those lip liners with Whirl that's really just handy to have in your bag because it goes with so many lip lipsticks. I would say Whirl, Soar and Spice are the 3 lip liners that are well worth picking up from MAC. But yeah, love this. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'd love if you could subscribe. Let me know if there's any type of videos you would like to see in the comment section down below. Do you like more tutorials or do you like talky videos? I personally prefer the talky videos because I just don't feel like confident enough in my skills, I think, with the tutorial videos, but look, I may get over that. Anyway, I will talk to you all soon. Bye bye.